is going on, everyone? Welcome to another very exciting episode right here on the MIgardener channel. It is downpouring today in the garden. I wish I could tell you the weather was beautiful, but you know what? At least we're in the garden, right? So we're having a great day. I'm getting wet as a cat, and so I don't love that too much, but at least you guys can hit the like button for that, and so you can make my day a little bit better by at least hitting the like button. So what we're going to be talking about today is how to make a super inexpensive trellis for your peas. Now, you all know that we grow on our cattle panel trellises. Everybody loves those. They look super cool. However, they can be a little bit expensive. And when it comes to growing peas, peas are kind of an inexpensive crop as it is. They're kind of a very fast season crop as well. They're an early season crop, so they grow up, it gets super hot, and then they fizzle out and die. And you might get peas through about the end of June, maybe early July if you're lucky. So it's one of those crops that's just, it's get it in, get it out. And you really shouldn't be spending that much money. And so a lot of you want a super inexpensive method for trellising your peas. And so I'm gonna show you how to make this here, fancy dancy little Florida weave, or some people call it a ladder trellis. It's a little bit different than the Florida weave, as we'll talk about, but I've always kind of just considered it a Florida weave, honestly. It's a super inexpensive trellising method. You can trellis things like tomatoes with it, and that's what a lot of you are probably familiar with. We've done that method for many years for trellising our tomatoes. When you're growing in ground, you're growing a ton of them in a row. It's a very inexpensive trellising method for even things like tomatoes. But it's a great method because it essentially just gets them off the ground. It's inexpensive, gets them off the ground, because ultimately, if you're not gonna be trellising your peas, you're gonna be signing yourself up for a lot of headache in the future, because as they get taller and heavier, they're gonna start falling down. And either they're gonna crimp at the stem and die, or they're all gonna fall on each other. They're not gonna be able to get access to pollinators. They're not gonna get access to sunlight or even to airflow, and you're gonna be suffering from just constant either disease, lack of pollination, just problems all around. And so getting them off the ground in any way possible is great. This, of course, is only one way to do that. You can also find other inexpensive ways to trellis your peas. I'm just gonna show you one of them because a lot of you have been writing in wanting some an inexpensive method to trellising your peas. So the first thing you're gonna need are these. Now these, some call them survey stakes, others call them 1x1s. I don't really know the exact term of these. I just asked for little 1x1 posts, and at our hardware store, they have a 3-foot, a 4-foot, a 7-foot, and a 9-foot, I believe. And they're really inexpensive. Like this, this size right here was 89 cents a post. The 7-footers, which they were out of at the time, were like $1.05. Super inexpensive. So for like 3 of these, I like to put them about every foot apart. That way it doesn't sag too much. You'll still have a little bit of sagging in between, but peas won't really mind that too awful much. But with that little sagging in between, the further they go, the bigger that sag gets. Now, the next thing you're gonna need to finish the process is just some type of string. Now, we're using just butcher's twine, because again, we're doing it kind of fast and dirty here. Literally fast and literally dirty. And, you know, butcher's twine will work just fine. It will absorb water over time because it's cotton, and so it's gonna get kind of heavy and start to sag a little bit. But you can also use something like jute twine. It is absolutely downpouring right now, you guys. I wish you could, it's just, I am getting soaked in a matter of minutes. So hit that like button, please. But you could use baler's twine, you could use jute twine, really any type of material is gonna work, because again, it's basically May, and we're gonna be growing these through about the end of June. So like 2 months is really all you need to get out of it. So don't go spend an arm and a leg, but there's a lot of options that'll work. And if you are doing something like tomatoes, definitely consider going with something like a baler's twine, a nylon or a plastic-based twine, because of the fact that you don't want it to stretch, you don't want it to weather in the sun, and you're gonna be using it for a longer season. Peas is a really short season, so that's really all you need. Now, we did prep our soil. We used Trifecta Plus, prepped our soil, lots of nitrogen to get those peas up and growing super fast, and we're ready to go. So let's change some camera angles, get going, and we're gonna, yeah, you're gonna fly with this one, because I wanna get out of the rain just like you do, so let's go. All right, so it's super simple. All we're going to do is we're gonna take our stakes, and we are going to put them at a tad bit of an angle. Reason why is when we put them in, you'll notice they start to kind of pull into the center as we tighten the string. So start off by putting them at a slight angle, and then that way it's going, when it pulls, eventually they're going to be straight up, but the string will be nice and tight. We're going to put this one about a foot further, just like that. And then the final one. All right, now we're going to plant our seeds. Now, it's super important that you plant your seeds. You put your stakes in a row. You want to put your seeds right in line with your stakes. And the reason why is because when you put your string up, that's basically going to act as a trellis. It's going to act as a ladder. And you want them to go in between the ladder rungs rather than on either side of them. So we're putting our furrow right in line with our stakes. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's like a scene in the Notebook out here, I swear. All I need is Mrs. MIgardener. We could recreate it with no problem. It is like downpouring. Cue the scene in the Notebook.
I wrote you 365 letters. I wrote you every day for a year.
You wrote me?
Yes. It wasn't over.
Okay, so now that we got our furrows, we got our seeds. Oh boy, look at that. Nice. That's how wet it is, you guys. Yuck. Okay, so, okay, well, that's one way to open a seed packet. Just let it get so wet that it just disintegrates. But yeah, that's fine. So now we're going to put our seeds. And we're going to put them a little bit denser than we would normally, because those seeds are going to be growing up straight through, so they don't need quite as much spacing. Alrighty, awesome. Okay, and we're going to simply cover them up, put them to bed. See you in a couple days. All right. So now, goodness, it is so wet out here. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our string. This is where it gets really simple. We're just going to do a simple little granny knot, or a little over-under knot, whatever you guys call it. Just a couple of them to secure it to the post here. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. All right. And now what we're going to do is really, really important. Now, a lot of you have seen Florida weaves where you go in and out and you weave, right? You create a weave, and then that's what the tomato plant grows through. This is going to be a little bit different, which is why some people call this a ladder trellis and other people call it a Florida weave, because yes, it is very similar to a Florida weave, and you know, to the untrained eye, it looks exactly the same. However, we're going to basically be creating channels, right? We're not going to be creating a weave as much as a channel that the peas are going to grow up. And that way, when they grow up through that channel, they're going to basically self-support, like this one here is finished. It's basically going to support on either one of these rungs. Super simple. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our string. We started about an inch and a half off the ground. That way we don't have to do too much training. And then all we're going to do, hold it nice and tight, and then we're going to take our string and wrap it around. Pull all that slack out. That's why I said you're going to put these on an angle, so when you pull it, it's going to be nice and tight. And then come around here like this. And then we're going to wrap it, to get all that slack out, we're going to wrap it around about 2 times. And then we're going to come back on the other side, right? So now we have this little channel here. Wrap it around a couple times. Come over here, keeping it nice and tight. And then, because we want to go up a little bit, we're simply going to wrap this around. And we're going to come about 2.5 inches higher, maybe 3 inches or so, for that second rung. And this could not be simpler. This is by far the cheapest trellising method. If you're looking at methods where you have to buy something, that is, because you could do this with sticks for free. You just have to buy the baler's twine, but you can do this even cheaper. But in terms of like, hey, I'm going to go to the store, I'm going to buy something to create a trellis, this is by far the cheapest that there is. It's going to last the length of the time that you're going to need for the peas, and then you can just pull it out and restart. So super inexpensive, super easy, and I can't recommend it enough. So we're just going to keep doing this about every 2.5, 3 inches or so until we're done. All right, and so basically we're just gonna keep going like this. We got about a couple more to go and we're gonna be done. I know a lot of you are gonna be asking, well, okay, Luke, what happens when, because these trellises here are not terribly tall, what happens if I need to go taller? It's really simple. All you have to do is on the outside of one of these posts, go with like a 7-foot or go with a 9-foot, and you can actually extend them up even higher and just keep going. Just simply move a stake to the outside of these rungs and then just keep going up. And it's that simple. Your peas are not gonna know the difference, and it's gonna give you that ability to go higher if you need to. Also, the other final thing I was gonna mention too is, you know, I had these on hand, right? So I didn't actually go out and buy these just yesterday. I had them from last year because I staked up our peppers with these. But if you know how big your pea plants are gonna get by simply doing research prior, you can go out and buy the right size stakes. So you have to buy double the stakes. Because some peas will get 3 to 4 feet tall. Other peas will get 6 to 7 feet tall. So just knowing how big your pea plants are gonna get will help kind of decide how tall to make your trellis to begin with. That way it's gonna save you some headache. But all in all, super simple method of trellising. Oopsie there. Super simple method of trellising. I mean, honestly, it couldn't get a whole lot simpler than this. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you all learned something new. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Of course, you probably already should have hit that like button because I'm out here in the garden getting soaked for you guys. But you know I love you guys so much. And I thank you all so much for spending time with me in the garden. Anytime you spend time with me helps my day be a little bit brighter. So thank you guys so much for your time. And yeah, if you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, because at some point the weather will turn nice and we will be out in the garden with sunnier days. And I'm excited for that. So don't want you guys to miss out on any type of content that we put out. But as always, this is Luke from the MIgardener channel, reminding you to grow bigger. Take care, guys.